You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome to our team call today. So excited that you're on, and I'm so excited for the people that are about to hear this. I want to tell you a little bit before James gets started about Soundboard and about why I'm excited about it finally. Um, uh, about 2 years ago, my friend Joe Stratinger, who started this company, Edge Theory and Soundboard, we grew up together, and we were at the Sacramento conference, and he was speaking on this big stage, and it was kind of new. He was talking about Twitter, and I didn't tweet, and I didn't really get all of that, but I knew it was good. One, because Joe was doing it, and he does great things, and he's on the cutting edge of a lot of good social media and other things too. But I knew it was good, but I didn't fully wrap my head around it until 2 years later when I saw him a couple of weekends ago at our Swamp Stomp boot camp down in South Louisiana, and it finally hit me when he said what his company's doing and allowing us to be a part of is like when you go and you want to send somebody that you really care about a card, somebody that you love and you've known them, but you don't quite know what to say. And we go to Hallmark or to wherever we get cards, but he said Hallmark, and we get that card that says those things that we can't quite put into words, and it's got the beautiful picture, something that makes us think of that person. And so when he said that, it just sort of was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. So this is something that I'm excited that James Ketchum, who has been working with Joe for about 4 years now with Soundboard, and he can share a little bit more about that. But James has a background as a middle school teacher and principal for over 11 years. And I love that because I know he's a good teacher, and I know that he can help us to understand this a little bit better. And he's married, he's got 3 daughters, and y'all, they all have flower names. This is so cute. Lily, Rose, and Daisy. Is that not precious? And I'm going to get him to share a little bit about his Juice Plus story, so to speak. It's just quick but good and fun. But he's going to share with us how it's going to be easy for us to incorporate those images and the words that we have been wanting and searching for, but don't quite know where to look. And we borrow and we steal or whatever from other people, which is fine in our business. But they have got a way for us and have made a way that we can go and just sort of go shopping and pick what we want when we want. And also they'll even do it for us. But he's going to explain all that. He's going to have some Q&A, maybe in between, but definitely at the end. And so I'm so excited, James. I'm going to turn it over to you and let you just fill our brains up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Maria. I really appreciate y'all's time. I know it's hard to join in the middle of the day. So those of you all who are listening to the recording, thanks for watching that. As Maria said, my name is James. I am the head of the Soundboard team at Edge Theory. Been with the company for about 4 years. We are located in Jackson, Mississippi, so a couple hours south of Juice Plus corporate home office. We actually got connected with Juice Plus through Janet Miller, whose name I'm sure y'all know. And she got us a meeting with Jay, and he loved the idea. And so he passed us on to the marketing team. So we've been working with Ben Tacker, Meredith Martin, and Katie Maxwell, and now Janet Black along the length of this project. As Maria said, we launched the original version in Sacramento about 1.5 years ago, or almost 2 years ago. And so about a year ago, last summer, we were working with corporate on, what's the feedback from the field. And everybody was saying, well, we really like the Twitter side of it, but like Maria said, Twitter is confusing. And so we really want content that we can put on Facebook, Instagram, some of these other platforms. So we rebuilt the Soundboard, launched it what you're going to see today, this version in October. And so now we're working on getting the word out about that. Just to give you a little quick, Juice Plus story. I'm a consumer of Juice Plus. My family is. So my daughters, Lily is 6, and Rose and Daisy, the identical twins, are 4. And when I was a kid, I was super picky, like crazy picky. Only ate Cheerios or Cinnamon Toast. and would not put anything else in my body till I was like 13 years old. And they called that being picky. But now they call it sensory processing disorder because it's some kind of texture thing. And I still cannot get fruit to go past right here. It just doesn't go. The gag reflex is too strong. So I gladly consume my Juice Plus every day to get my fruits and vegetables. And I know I should be eating them, but like y'all, I can't, right? It doesn't go down. So when my daughter, Lily, was weaning about a year old, my wife called me one day crying and said, Lily threw up a banana. What are we going to do? And I'm like, oh, no, honey, that's because bananas are disgusting. Of course she threw it up. So I gave my sensory processing disorder to my children. And so now we eat homemade chicken and we try to get some green beans down them, but that usually doesn't work. And we take our Juice Plus. So we're all in, right? We're all in.
That's right. Great. Love it.
And, you know, the other thing about working with Juice Plus folks is that we do soundboards for other companies and other industries. And you all are the most missional minded group of people I've ever worked with. You all are not like any other direct sales company on the planet. You do not lead with the product. You do not lead with buy. You do not lead with crazy over the top claims. You lead because you care. Your first, you know, intro to this world with people is always you want to hear people's stories and tell them you've got an answer for helping them get better and address, you know, bigger health stuff. And that's really incredible. And so the whole reason we're doing what we're doing and what I'm showing you today is to take that same missional mindset. And how do we apply that to social media? How do we leverage technology to help you get the word out more, to help you make connections that you would not have already been able to make because of the fact that the world is flat now because of technology and you can talk to anybody on planet Earth, you know, at any point. And so we're going to talk through a lot of why you need to have a presence on these platforms today and also how to take that missional mindset and apply it to this healthy living conversation. So you'll see this link at the bottom of all these slides, miracle.juiceplus.vip. If you use this link to sign up, we do have a little fun giveaway. We're giving away Apple Watches. We give away one a month. You can sign up for the Soundboard in your virtual office. There's a link there under something called My Personal File. But if you use this particular link, this ties you back to today's presentation. And so Maria will certainly fudge the numbers there. But if we get a good amount of signups, it'll put you in a smaller bucket for a drawing. So you have a better chance to win.
All right. Well, I'm going to get 3 signed up from this household.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So the other thing that Edge Theory offers is ongoing education, because what I'm going to show you today is really cool and it will help your social media presence. But if you don't have the comfort level to go out and converse with real people on these platforms, then the Soundboard subscription will only get you so far. And so I'm going to connect you with a lot more educational resources than that hopefully will help you, move a lot further down the road towards not only comfort with the platforms, but as Carrie Daigle, the one and only, always says, okay, how do you turn a conversation into an invitation for a presentation? So that's where, we're going with this. But to do that, you got to know how these platforms work. You have to understand how you come across on these platforms. And so we're going to touch on a few of these things today, but we'll certainly connect you with. We have a 6-week series of social media trainings that we'll put you through if you want to, and you can get your bachelor's in social media. Right?
That's so great.
Yeah.
Seriously, that is great that you offer that.
And it's for anybody. We want you to sign up for the Soundboard, but you don't have to.
Yeah. But after this call, I'm thinking, why would anybody not? I just know that what you're going to say is it's going to make you want to. I mean, I'm so excited, and I hardly know as very much.
So as we talked about the education piece, we want you to know how these platforms work, why it's important to have a presence on them. From a content perspective, everything that you're going to see today is totally optimized for mobile. That's why we have it on the phone here. You can run 100% of this through your phone. I know a lot of you are comfortable running your entire business through your phone, so that works. The other side of the content piece of it is this, though. we don't mention Juice Plus in the content that we provide. We are taking Jay Martin's charge very seriously of how do you tell a better healthy living story. So we're zooming out from the brand. Our tweets and all the articles and images and videos that you find don't mention Juice Plus. Apart from, I had a wonderful conversation with Mitra Ray on Thursday, and we have now been given permission to put Shred 10 content on the soundboard for you to share. We're still working with corporate on Healthy Living Revolution content, so hopefully that will come soon. But there is Shred 10. But apart from that, you're not going to find stuff that mentions the product, because we are, again, like I said, not trying to lead with the product. On social media, you're going to find 1,005 people and brands that just talk about how great their products are all day. And it just doesn't work. It's not, that's not the point. The point is for you to cast yourself as an authority on this topic. And when it's natural and it's the right thing to do, you turn the conversation to the product at that point.
That's great.
As a brand, like it or not, you own a business, you are a brand. And a lot of people are less comfortable with that fact, but it's true. And so we've got to help you come across in a branded, in a on point kind of way that not only reflects the company well, but also shows who you are, because nobody wants to listen to a healthy living robot, right? You've got to put yourself out there. What do you care about? Because again, you all are so missionally driven. You care deeply about health and getting healthy and helping other people get healthy, but you also like, I don't know, stamp collecting, whatever, like put yourself out there too, so that people see that you are a person. These platforms allow you so much data. So how do we go out and leverage that and figure out what these platforms are telling us about our audience? Because that's something that we want to make sure we're talking the right way to the people who are listening to us. And so all of these things will lead us to conversation. I promise you, if you're doing this and if you're signed up for Soundboard and you're putting content out, people are going to engage with your post. They're going to like, retweet, share, etc. But you've got to know what to do with it after that. And so that's the number one question we hear at Soundboard is, okay, all these things are happening. I'm getting retweets. What's the etiquette? What do I do next? And so that'll be a large part of our ongoing social media training that we'll provide. So all these things lead to hopefully growing your business, right? So you can't just, it's like the day you became a Juice Plus rep and really decided, I'm going to do this. This is going to be a path I'm going to take. Did you have 10 people call you that day and say, can I buy something? No, you didn't. Okay. So when you sign up for Soundboard, the first day you make a post, you're not going to have somebody say, oh, I'm so glad you posted this article about getting a good night's sleep. Can I buy something? It's not going to happen. Right. But you've got to, the whole point of this is giving you a path to stay the course, giving you the education to do it, and remembering that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But when you have good content out there every single day, you are going to build traction and you're going to build attention around yourself. So all that to say, this is the end result. This does not happen in a vacuum, as you know, with your own Juice Plus business in real life. Same thing on social media. Same thing on the internets. All right, so let's talk about Facebook and Twitter. Of course, those being the two main ones. With most of you, if not all of you, on Facebook, at least as consumers, you may or may not be prospecting yet on the platform, but we'll talk a little bit about how to do that. So as a consumer on Facebook, you're very comfortable and familiar with the fact that people post stuff and you can comment on it, like it, whatever. But most of us hop on, we scroll, we get caught up in those stupid slow motion dog videos of them falling off the couch. And then we realize like we have, 5 minutes of our life gone that we can never get back, and you close the app. We've got to get past that, right? So the upside of Facebook is that you have an incredible warm market sitting on Facebook. And there's a lot of things that have changed with the way that Facebook connects you with people and connects you with even people who are in your own friend network. But ultimately, Facebook is the backyard barbecue where you invite your friends and maybe they bring a friend, but everybody on some level. Strangers do not walk in off the street. and grab a rack of ribs and sit down and are comfortable. Okay. Just like we don't accept random friend requests from strangers on Facebook, because I know I'm suspicious, especially when it's a picture of a very attractive lady. This is probably a fake account. This is a bot, and they're trying to do something nefarious here. So I don't want to accept your friend request. But again, the benefit of putting out good content on Facebook is it's not out of line with who people know you to be, which is somebody who cares about health. And so when you're putting this kind of stuff out, you are going to get people talking to you through it, which makes it easier again down the road to talk about the product.
Right.
And so now Twitter, if Facebook's the backyard barbecue, Twitter is the cocktail party that you walk into. Conversations are more surface level. You're getting to know people. You don't know anybody in the room, but everybody's got something interesting to say if you know how to connect with them. Okay, so Twitter's all about the conversation starters. Twitter's very short. You only have 140 characters to say something profound and catch people's attention. The other big upside about Twitter, and this is where people understand less about it. Let's hop over here. I want to show you this.
Okay.
So this is, we're just looking at a Twitter search, and I have created a search for #healthy. Okay, if you're unfamiliar with how a hashtag works, you start any word or phrase with a #, and it actually turns it into a live link, and it turns it into a conversation indexing system. So whenever you are looking at a hashtag, you are looking at every message that uses that hashtag, regardless of whether or not you follow any of these accounts. Okay, so the point is, when you are publishing content with hashtags in it, you are being seen by way more people than just the people who follow you. Facebook, your friend network is who sees you, unless you intentionally make a public post. So what happens on Facebook stays on Facebook. It's like Vegas. Twitter, totally flat platform. Okay, everybody can see everything you do on the platform, and this is very good. This is why some politicians lose their jobs, because they don't understand this. But let's check out Christy here. Christy is a Soundboard subscriber. Christy has 18 followers, which would be considered a small account on Twitter. But it is immaterial, because what Christy has to say, and this is a Soundboard tweet that my team and I published for her. It goes out through her handle. She doesn't have to do anything. She got 2 likes. So there's 2 points of connection right there that she can make. And this tweet's only been up for 3 hours. So if she acts on those 2 potential new connections. But the other thing is, what Christy has to say about #healthy is just as valuable as what everybody else has to say about #healthy. So here's a restaurant. I wanted to show you this, though, because this is a blog that posts all the time. They have 3,000 followers, Mama Gaia. Mm-hmm. This person has 11,000 followers. So it doesn't matter. Okay, don't get lost in, well, I have a small account on Twitter, it's pointless, or don't get bogged down in the, well, I'm not Beyonce, I don't have 48 million followers, no one cares what I have to say. It's simply not true. And don't make the assumption that my audience isn't on Twitter. Okay, Twitter has defied any and all age, income, whatever, any demographic you can think of. It's kind of broken the metric on it. Now, of course, we can pull trends that it tends to trend younger, but there are tons and tons of people on this platform looking for this kind of stuff. Okay. You guys want to talk about the information that you have to offer, and thinking missionally minded. You all have more nutritional information to redeem the healthy weight loss conversation than any other company in the world. So many people are starving and dying for real information about weight loss. Now, I know you're not allowed to say certain things about that and make certain claims, but if you take the nutritional approach, you have so many things that you can say about that is going to offer people real answers, and not lose weight now, lose weight now, lose weight now, which is what 99% of the garbage is out there.
Yeah. James.
Yes, please.
Before you leave that that avocado post, okay, that really, I love avocados, so that is like, I'm loving that. I want things like that to share with people because that's something that I love. I would love to get that out there. So you're saying that that is a soundboard generated post to Twitter. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So if we signed up as a soundboard user or whatever you call it, we could have that information.
Yes.
On our whatever. What is Twitter called? Handle?
Yeah, your handle. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like an old CV.
CV? I love a CV. Okay. Yeah, that is okay, that's great. That is really.
So let me give you a little overview of how it works from a mechanical perspective. Twitter allows outside apps and outside systems like my own to tweet for its users. Okay. So when you sign up for Soundboard account, we have 3 different options, which I'll show you in a moment. 2 of those options include automatic Twitter posting. So we publish 2 to 3 tweets a day for you, just like what you saw, like this kind of stuff, good looking images. This one you'll notice has no link. That's on purpose because we're not trying to always say, hey, come check out what I have to offer. But a lot of times the link that we include is linking to your specific Juice Plus site. So we're getting that out there. The other thing about Twitter is since we do it for you, we know that many of you have different opinions about dairy, veganism, eggs, whatever. So we're not going to publish anything that is not going to sound like you or get you in trouble with your audience. It's all more fruits and vegetables, fitness tips. There's a little bit of business stuff sprinkled in. But it's, again, Twitter, you only have 140 characters, so there's not a lot of room to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said that on some of the posts that are generated by y'all, that they'll have a link to come back to us on some of them. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them. So this is Alicia. She's a Soundboard subscriber. I think this is probably an article. Yes, because we're sending out article links as well. I follow as many people as I can that sign up for the Soundboard, so I can kind of keep an eye on things. That is not a Soundboard tweet. Anyway, yeah, a lot of our stuff does link. So all these other platforms that we're going to talk about today, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, Google Plus, do not allow outside systems to auto post. So what we are providing for you through the Soundboard is a central location where you can easily go, and with just a few clicks, you can have good looking content to share, not only the articles themselves to share, but also, like Maria said, we love that Hallmark card analogy where even our loved ones don't know what to say to us. Well, we're also giving you something to say with the post if you want to use it. So let's hop over here and I will show you. So we are at miracle.juiceplus.vip. This link you keep seeing over and over and over. Notice there's no wwws or coms.
Okay.
And so we have a nice little welcome here, so you know you're in the right spot. There's lots of information here. We've got testimonials. You can go check it all out if you want to. If you would like to sign up, go to pricing. We have 3 plans here. Every single plan comes with a 10-day free trial. It does ask you for your credit card up at the front. I promise you will not be billed for 10 days. You have 10 days to kick the tires and, test it out. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul, but I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
So $5 a month gets you automatic Twitter content. It gets you 2 to 3 tweets a day. A lot of them have good looking images. They drive good engagement. It is, of course, up to you to deal with that after it comes in, which we'll talk a little bit more about. But it also is going to get you in touch with us to support you in any way, shape, or form you need. And we have, again, ongoing social media trainings apart from today's call. Most people choose this package or this package because it does give them access to that bank of content that they can post wherever else they want to. So this $10 a month, even though it says Facebook content, that's our primary platform, it works with every single platform out there, including Twitter. It just doesn't include any automatic tweets. So you've got to do Twitter yourself for this.
So this is kind of where we go shopping, and we're looking at your images that you've collected and your wording that you've collected.
Yes.
And we can go and pull from that for what we want to do. Because a lot of times in the mornings you want something cool to post out, and you don't have time to go searching all over the internet. But y'all have got it.
We've got it. We update it every day.
That is incredible.
And so for $15 a month, that gives you access to all this content that Maria's talking about and I'm about to show you. And it includes the automatic Twitter function. So most people want all of it. So I encourage you to check it out. So if whatever plan you pick, go try it now. And we need, of course, your name. We need your email address and your website. So when you sign up, I do this a lot, so I have to make up emails each time. So the blank that asks for your website, you have two options here. One is your Juice Plus site, which I recommend. Other option is if you are one of these folks that Juice Plus is a slice of the larger brand that you offer. If you offer, health coaching or fitness coaching or something like that, and you have your own website, you can drop that into, and we will tweet that out for you. But whatever you do, you got to put HTTP here and then put your site in. And then this is what we'll tweet out. Of course, you got to get a password, and we do create account. So this brings us back to this screen. It says, welcome aboard. Now you have one more option here. You can do monthly or annual. If you choose monthly, again, everything's 10-day free trial. Your bill's month to month. There's no commitment. Stay on as long as you want. We hope it's for a long time. Annual subscription, you get 2 months free. So multiply all that stuff times 10 instead of times 12. And you also get a free 30-minute one-on-one with me or somebody on my team, social media training, whatever you need. There is no such thing as a dumb question. If you are already a social media ninja, then we will teach you how to do, Hootsuite analytics or something crazy on that end. Whatever you need. So hit annual. Now look, even though it's trying to prorate this per month, this is a little confusing, I know, but it says your card will be billed for the entire amount when your trial ends in 10 days. So be aware of that.
Okay.
So when you hit subscribe, you're going to get a pop-up for your card number. I'm not going to put my card number in because I don't want it to end up on YouTube. But then there's one more step after this, and it's going to ask you to, there's a big button that says, wait, there's one more thing, add your Twitter account. Okay, so when you push that button, if you do not have a Twitter account, it's going to take you to Twitter, and you can create one right there on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
If you have more than one, make sure you're signed into the one you want hooked up to the Soundboard. I had a bank president call me a month ago and said, you're tweeting through my bank. I'm like, well, that's the one you plugged in, buddy. So we fixed it. It was no problem. But be aware of that, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to make a little aside here about Twitter real quick. I'm going to pick on somebody. When you set up your Twitter handle, it's going to give you a couple of options, okay? When you set this up, you put in your name, and then this is actually what your Twitter account is, the @whatever. You can put whatever you want right here. There may be 1,000 Maria words on Twitter, and they can all have Maria word here, and it doesn't matter. But there can only be one Maria word like this. This has to be totally unique. So if you are Joe Smith, I promise you your name is taken. So you got to get creative. You only have 15 characters. So do your first initial last name _ JP or something like that. If you have a unique name, then it'll work.
Yeah.
The other thing is when you create an account and your name is taken, I'm going to see if I can find an example here. You are going to be given suggestions by Twitter for a Twitter name. And they're always terrible. Always terrible. Don't pick one. It's basically going to be your first name. I can't find one. It's going to be your first name and then like 8 digits. It's just, you can't remember it. Nobody else can remember it. Don't do it.
Right. Okay.
Take the time to get creative. The other thing is this. When you sign up for Twitter, and we'll pick on Odette here. Odette just joined, so we can't pick too hard. But your Twitter egg, on your icon when you sign up, which means you have not yet hatched and flown off.
Really?
Twitterverse. Yes, it means you're an egghead.
That's cute.
If you stay an egghead, two things will happen. One, people will not respond to your messages because they think you're fake.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of thousands of fake accounts on Twitter.
Okay.
The second thing is that if you stay an egg and you don't take the time to touch your Twitter account every once in a while and do something through it on your own, like, retweet somebody else or post something, and the only thing that happens through your account is my system tweets for you. Twitter knows that we're an outside system. And so eventually your Twitter account is going to be put in Twitter jail, and it's going to stop publishing whatsoever, and you're going to be paying me. And I'm going to be thinking it works because on my end it tells me it's going, but on your end it's not going out.
Oh no, I might be an egghead.
You might be an egghead, Maria. Should we pick on you and just see?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know I think I'm Maria Word 100 or M Word 100. I can't even remember who I am. Can you find?
Let's see if we can find you. Yeah, here you are. Yeah, you're not an egghead.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, look. Oh, Maria's done great.
I have?
Yeah.
Oh, look. Where did I get that picture?
I don't know. It looks nice.
Okay, great. Okay.
So
okay,
Maria, you already have 82 followers, and Maria has also done the very good job of putting her Juice Plus site here, because you're going to learn that people actually visit your profile a lot, and this is a great place to have a way to connect with your site. So Maria, my only word of advice is to take a few minutes you have 140 characters. You can put a little bio line here. So tell the world a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
But otherwise, well done.
Okay. So I better get on that and start.
Yeah, when you sign up, I mean, you did something in November. You retweeted something.
Okay, I'm gonna do better.
Dak picking up his own trash. Good man.
Oh, he's so cute. Okay.
Okay, so that's a little aside there about how to get a good start on Twitter. All right, so once you've done all that stuff, you're done with Twitter. You don't have to worry about it again from a publishing perspective. Now we need to get you signed in to the content side of things. Okay, so we're still at the same site. We've got this big sign in button up here, and I highly recommend that you bookmark this after you sign it in. Bookmark it on your phone, bookmark it on your desktop, and it'll keep you signed in. So I didn't complete the account process here, but I've already got another tab opened up, and I'll show you. So here we are at the soundboard side of things, where you go find what you want, you share it when you want to whatever platforms you want. Okay, and there's a lot of features here that I want to get you comfortable with, because of this just makes your life so much easier. So when you're ready to share something, you come here and you pick an article. We have articles. I don't want to give anybody a headache by scrolling too fast. But we also post a lot of images, like Maria was saying earlier, and those are always going to say image only. This particular batch is from missiondrivenmodel.info, if you're familiar with that site. So this month is hashtag Project Green. So we got some of those good looking images. We also build a lot of images in-house, kind of the meme style things. That you can share, and so since we make them, there's no copyright. You can do whatever you want to them. Sometimes we put fun gifs in there. This is delightful Ron Swanson trying to eat a banana and gagging. That's me, y'all.
Oh, hey, that's great. That's what I've been looking for. This is great. Is that really you?
I mean, that it might as well be. That's from Parks and Rec, but that's what I do when I smell banana.
Well, and anyway, there are other people like that, and so that's going to make people laugh, and that's going to build that credibility you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So when you find something that you're interested in sharing, okay, you click on this, and it's going to bring you to the article. We have put our most popular share buttons at the top here. So once you get comfortable with this, you'll probably spend less time looking at it, but I'll go ahead and show you. So we have this nice image here. When you post an article on Facebook, Facebook talks to wherever that article is hosted and grabs an image to post with it. So this is the image that will accompany it. And then this is a little bit shorter here because this article is actually probably a slideshow. But if it was a longer article, we would actually host the whole article here for you to preview without having to leave the soundboard. And then here is the suggested text to accompany this post. And so just like this is the middle of the Hallmark card here. Okay, we're trying to give you something to say.
Okay.
And then we have all these buttons down here. So we've got Facebook, which is going to obviously send it to your personal profile. We have a separate share button here for Facebook for groups, so you can post into a business page that you manage. If you run a group for your customers or for your team, or if you're a part of a group, and this is a little aside on how to prospect on Facebook, there are thousands and thousands of topical open groups that you can join that are all about healthy recipes, gluten-free eating, moms of picky eaters, or dads of picky eaters who are picky eaters. You can join these groups, and some of these groups have 30,000 people in them. And you can post into these groups content, and you can comment on people in those groups, their posts, and you are now exploring a huge warm market of people that don't know who you are, probably don't know what Juice Plus is, but are very interested in what you have to say because they've joined these groups. Think of it as these, sharing of ideas, meeting of the minds, where you don't even have to like introduce yourself or anything. You just start talking to people, and that gets you outside of your little Facebook top of the bubble kind of thing with your feed. And incredible way to prospect. So a little aside there. So you can use Soundboard content for that.
Okay.
Of course, Twitter's here. We have LinkedIn. If you want to put LinkedIn, business-minded articles on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's not awesome for selling product on, but it is awesome for making business connections. So if you are thinking in terms of connecting with local business owners, I know you can't like call a locally owned health food store and put Juice Plus on the shelf. But if they're giving some kind of lecture series on healthy pregnancies, you want to be a part of that. And those are the kind of connections you can make on LinkedIn.
Okay.
You can email people if you want to keep up with some kind of email group with your customers. And we're also a little peek that I'm not supposed to say yet, but I'll go ahead and say we're working on a really cool email feature for Soundboard that's going to allow you to make your own newsletters for your customers within the Soundboard system here. Coming out soon. And then, of course, Pinterest, very visually oriented platform. If you're on it, you're familiar with it. I'll save these two for another minute.
Okay.
So all you have to do is hit the button. It's going to, if you're on desktop, it's going to auto copy. If you're on mobile, you got to tap the copy button. We're going to share on Facebook. On desktop, we get a pop-up. On mobile, it's going to hop you over to Facebook. You click, boom, boom, boom. I do this all day, so I wear my friends out. I'm going to do it to only me, but you get the point.
So we can either use the text that you come up with, or we can make up our own.
Yep.
Okay.
You can make up your own. You can add to it. So we're going to share this on Facebook. This is about teens and their lazy bones. So we can paste this in. We can hashtag lazy. We can, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Are your teens lazy? You can add to it, make it personalized. But then in just a couple clicks and in a minute or less, you've got good looking content going out. So
I love it.
Very cool. We've got Shred 10. I think I mentioned Mitra has given us permission to do this. So this is here now. We're going to be adding some more of that in the coming days. Okay. So for groups, if you don't want to read the whole article, of course you can scroll, or you can hit this plus button and it'll jump you right to the bottom. Now let's post this to a group. So we're going to push this button, which is the other Facebook button. We're going to share. But in this instance, we don't want to share on our own timeline. We want to share in a group that we're a part of. And so this is a group that I joined just to post stuff and see how it does. And so I'm posting. So again, just a couple clicks, and we're now contributors to the conversation. We're not just consumers. Yeah.
That is incredible. Oh, I love it, love it, love it.
All right, so now let's do an image. So let's search. We got a search feature here. All right, so let's search for an image. And some of these articles actually have the word image in them, so that's why they're popping up. But you can kind of scroll and look for image only, image only. So we've got these good looking. This is one that, is it Julie Herbst that runs the Mission Driven Info?
Yeah. I think Jillian Ferguson is the one that's come up with those beautiful ones.
Okay. Works the same though. Share on Facebook. We got hashtag Project Green, and it shares just like an article. Boom, out and gone. So you're not just sharing articles all the time.
Okay.
So this is the part of the presentation where people are like, okay, wow, this is really cool, but I thought you were told me you were going to save me some time. I still have to come to the soundboard every day and post. Well, technically, yes, but we do have a solution for that as well. So if you are not familiar with Buffer or Hootsuite, Buffer and Hootsuite are both free .com services, and they both have free apps. And what they do is they let you sync your social media channels in one place, which is kind of nice. But the killer feature is that they let you schedule stuff ahead of time. Okay, so let's hop over here to Buffer, and I'll show you my profile just on buffer.com. And I was taking a look at my schedule a little while ago. So let's connect a social network. So it lets you connect one platform, one profile per platform for free. If you have a bunch of Facebook pages that you want to manage at the same time, you have to upgrade to their $10 a month service tier. Okay. And that's separate from Soundboard. Most people are fine to do one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're personal.
Sure.
So you connect them all. So you see I've got my personal Facebook, my personal Twitter, and my personal LinkedIn hooked up to this. Now we're going to come back to the soundboard, and we're going to leverage the power of having all this content here. We've been updating this for a year at this point. So I can't even tell you how many pieces of content are here. We also look for content that has a long shelf life. So if an article about drinking lots of water is good for your kidneys from Mayo Clinic was good a year ago, we haven't taken that down because it's still true, right? Even though the date stamp on the article may be old, that doesn't make it,
Yeah, it's still valid.
Yeah. So let's pick an article, and we've got our buttons up here. Now this Buffer this is turned into the killer app for the soundboard. That's why we put it up top. People use it all the time. So when we hit this, it brings up our Buffer Power Scheduler. And so it not only lets us tell it when we want it to go out, but it can also send it out on multiple platforms at the same time, which is a very good thing to do. So currently I've got my Facebook, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn all set to send this post out. So here's how it's going to look on Twitter. We can add an image to it if we want to, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
Now on Facebook, I have read this and it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it doesn't auto copy the Facebook text. So you do actually have to come back over to the soundboard if you want to use it and manually copy this text when you're using Buffer. It's a dumb excuse that they put in there, but it's still there if you want it. And then this is what it'll look like on LinkedIn. So, all right, I got it. Go away, little thing. Okay, so we got a good looking article on LinkedIn. Now here's the killer feature. On this little arrow, we want to schedule. We don't want it to go now. We want to schedule. So peak Facebook hours typically are 6 to 8 a.m.
Yep.
When everybody rolls out of bed and, addictedly stares at their phone while they're drinking coffee. And 6 to 9 p.m. at night is the other big bump. So we want to be right in the middle of that. So we want to schedule this to go out tonight during peak time. So boom, boom, schedule. Takes a moment to add it to our feed. And this is going to bring us right back to the soundboard. So tomorrow morning, no, that's tonight. Tonight's taken care of. Now let's find something to post tomorrow morning. Kids should exercise their body as well as their brain. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Buffer scheduler. Again, we got to manually copy this text because Buffer's a little bit goofy about that. We'll come over here, drop that in.
Is this the part where you said that you have to pay extra for buffer to do it on multiple sites, or was that something else?
So this is, it'll do it on one profile per platform for free.
So one of those is free for you.
Everything that you see here is free because this is one profile per Facebook, per Twitter, per LinkedIn. If I wanted to also add another Facebook business page or a Facebook group, you would have to pay for that.
I gotcha. So we can do three different ones.
You can do as many. You can do one Twitter, one Facebook, one LinkedIn, one Google Plus, which is a waste of time. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Pinterest, and you get a free trial on Pinterest, and then Instagram.
Okay.
But there's a caveat with Instagram too, which I'll get to in just a second.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. I got it.
Okay. So again, we want to schedule this tomorrow. This is going to be our tomorrow morning post. So we want to be top of mind for that. All right. So, I'm trying to schedule it for this morning at 6:17 a.m. That's not going to work. All right. So we're going to schedule that for in the morning. So now if you will take 30 minutes every 4 to 5 days and sit down with the soundboard, connect your Twitter, your Facebook, your stuff to Buffer, and budget out a little bit of time to schedule posts, then your job at that point becomes just staying on top of your notifications, and make that your first huge step into the world of social media. And you will be so far ahead of where so many other people are. Because you're going to be putting out good content. People are going to react to it, and then you're going to be aware of their reactions to it, and you can capitalize on that and make those conversations happen. So you're like 75% of the way to be a ninja if you do that.
That's just like fantastic.
Scout's honor.
Fantastic, James.
All right, I'm going to stop my desktop share, and I'm going to hop over to mobile because I got to show you two killer features that are only available on the phone. If it'll cooperate. Okay, so we are on our phones that just, man, the notifications go away. All right, that's a separate note. So we're going to go to the soundboard on our mobile device. So we're going to pull up Safari here. I probably have it open already. Nope, I was looking for PlayStation information. All right. So we're going to go to juiceplus.vip. And you do not have to use the miracle.juiceplus.vip. You can just go to juiceplus.vip. So here we are at the site. At the top right where it says menu, we're going to click on this, and then we're going to click sign in. And I'm already signed in, so it just got me. The first time that you do this, you'll have to sign in. Now we are seeing all our articles here in front of us. First thing I would like to point out is how to bookmark this on your phone. This is so cool. So you see at the bottom, we've got the box with the arrow coming out of it. We're going to tap that. And then the choice at the bottom right says add to home screen. Whenever you click that on a web link, it's going to turn your web link into basically a desktop app that's always going to be there. Now, I will point out, and just to avoid confusion, we know we messed up when we named this thing the soundboard-app.edgetheory.com. There is not a separate app that you need to go download from the App Store to use this thing. All you have to do is use it through the web, through Safari or Chrome or whatever. So we're going to click add to home screen, and that brings this up. You can name it whatever you want. The default is links-social media soundboard, and it says an icon will be added to your home screen so you can quickly access this site. So when you do that, you'll notice at the bottom right, the white icon, there's my links-social. So that's the soundboard. So anytime you tap that, it's going to keep you logged in. It's going to bring you right back here, and the freshest stuff's always going to be at the top. Now, two features that are available on mobile that are not available on desktop. Feature one is you can actually text articles to people. And we see this as a really great customer retention piece, because you want to think about, social media content from two perspectives. One, prospecting and getting the word out there and being the authority. Two, retention and being the authority. Touch your customers with stuff that they're interested in outside of, hey, it's time to reorder. Mm-hmm. So if you've got a runner, or you've got somebody who's a vegan or whatever, find an article on Soundboard and text it to them. So I'm going to hit plus here, which is going to take us to the bottom of the screen. And you'll notice we have a button here now that we're on mobile, the green text button. So when we text this is going to open up our messaging app. Let's text it to the boss man, Joe, and send him this article. And so iOS now does two things that are really cool. One is the suggested message is going to turn into a text. The other is that it renders the link now as a really good looking image, just like it does on Facebook. So you can do this and then say, hey, saw this and thought about you. Something super innocuous, easy. And they know that you're being sincere. You sent them a recipe or whatever. So that's a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, I like that.
The other cool feature is this, Instagram. There is no share to Instagram button because Instagram built their platform to be very closed. But here's how you get around that. So let's find one of these images that we've made. We've already posted some Project Green stuff. So here's some memes that we built for your use. We've got believe the greatest gift you can give your family in the world is the health of you, from Joyce Meyer. Mm-hmm. So at the top here, where it says greatest gift quote - image only, this is actually a live link to the image where we host it. So tap that, and that's going to bring you to the file. Now we're going to tap and hold on this image. I don't know if you've ever done this before, when you're browsing the web or something, but we're going to save image, and now it's on our camera roll. And when we go to Instagram, it's just sitting there now, ready to be shared with our friends and whoever, just like all our other images are. Okay, so that's how you get around the Instagram limitation, but it still works pretty awesome. And stuff like this flies pretty well on Instagram. The memes do.
Okay. All right. Great.
All right. I know we're coming up on our hour here, and folks have not had a chance to ask questions, so y'all feel free to throw in. I'm going to put this up here as this is how to find us. Of course, the sign up link. Also, email us. Please check out our Facebook page. We have all of our past. Oh, I shared the wrong page. Hold on. Strike that.
Your cute family.
Yeah, that's my cuties. Okay, there we go. So the Facebook page has all our past recorded trainings, all our 6-week session. We go Twitter A to Z, how to do everything on the platform, from setting up a good looking profile all the way through their analytics. We talk a lot about Facebook, how to maximize your presence there. We talk all through Buffer and Hootsuite and how to leverage those. LinkedIn. There's a lot of great stuff on it's not all Soundboard. Of course, we talk about how Soundboard helps, but all that stuff can be found, including upcoming announced trainings. We have one every week on Wednesdays at 11, which we also record because social media is always changing. And VoxMe. Maria and I love Voxer, don't we, Maria?
I do. I wish I had done it 2 years ago. No, I think I did. I think that's when I signed up. But anyway, I wish I'd done it sooner. But I love this. I wish I had done this sooner. I hope that our team will embrace this, because I think it's going to make our lives so much easier. I know we've got a lot of teachers and people that work during the day, and this is just going to make our life just so simple, and still be able to contribute and do our Juice Plus business.
Yeah.
In an easy way.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly the goal. It's certainly not to add something to your plate. It's to hopefully give you some time back, helping you do something that you need to be doing already, and helping you do it the right way, and being compliant with Juice Plus mission and all those things. So
And the other thing that I love about it is that y'all have already gone and you've searched and you found what is going to work for us. Sometimes I think, is that really something I need to send out? And then I don't have time to really read through it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of skip it. And it could be a really good piece, but I love that y'all have already done that for us through this. So thank you.
Sure. Now that was the information fire hose. So all of you that stuck with us, thank you.
All right. Does anybody have a question? Can they ask a question or?
It'll come through the chat window. If y'all will type a question through the chat window, I'll be happy to answer. Just like teaching 8th grade, I take silence as a no.
Silence is a no. Okay. Well, then you did great. Oh, wait. Here comes. Oh, we got some thank yous coming in. Awesome stuff.
Okay. Y'all are welcome.
Good, good, good. Thank you, James. And you'll send me the recording for this so that I can.
I will. In the next 10 minutes, it'll be to you.
You are fabulous. Thank you so much.
We do what we can. Thank y'all.
You do an awesome job. So thank you for making our life easier.
Okay. See y'all.
All right. Bye.